Kaiju number 1. The Future-Sight Kaiju. Kaiju number 1 was the first monster officially identified by the Defense Force. Its unique ability, Future-Sight, allowed it to predict enemy movements seconds before they occurred, essentially giving it precognition in combat. This power came from advanced biological scanning that could read opponents' muscle tension, energy flow, and environmental variables in real time. After being defeated, its corpse was converted into Numbers Weapon 1, currently wielded by Captain Gen Narumi, Japan's strongest anti-kaiju soldier. Using this weapon, Narumi refined the foresight power to analyze terrain, temperature, and even air pressure mid-battle, making his predictive capabilities superior to the original kaijus. Kaiju number 2. The Great Kaiju of Destruction. Kaiju number 2 appeared in 1972 and nearly annihilated Hokkaido's largest city, earning it the title, the Great Kaiju of Destruction. It possessed extreme strength, could unleash sonic blasts and electromagnetic waves, and resembled Godzilla in form and behavior. After its defeat, its remains became Numbers Weapon 2, later wielded by Isao Shinomiya, the former strongest soldier of the Defense Force. Isao could reproduce the same destructive energy that leveled cities, generating massive energy bursts and shields, capable of blocking attacks from even Kaiju number 8 and number 9. Kaiju number 4, the high-speed flying kaiju. Kaiju number 4 was a flying-type kaiju with 3 eyes, immense wings, and unmatched speed. It could move faster than radar tracking and attack with precise aerial strikes. Its agility and maneuverability made it one of the hardest kaiju to target in history. Its remains became Numbers Weapon 4, first used by Kikoru Shinomiya and later her daughter Kikoru. The weapon grants users high-speed flight, enhanced strength, and reaction time beyond human limits, allowing Kikoru to dominate enemies in aerial combat. Kaiju number 6, the King of Kaiju. Kaiju number 6 caused one of the Defense Force's greatest tragedies a decade before the story begins, killing over 200 officers, including 3 captains. Known as the King of Kaiju, it had a fortitude level of 9.6 and could generate massive snowstorms through cytokinesis, freezing everything in its path. Its corpse became Numbers Weapon 6, which remained dormant for 10 years due to its extreme energy output. Eventually, Reno Ichikawa synchronized with it, using only half its power to produce devastating frost attacks and superhuman reflexes. Even at 51% output, it remains the most dangerous weapon ever created. Kaiju number 8. The Human Kaiju. Unlike all others, Kaiju number 8 is actually Kafka Hibino, a human fused with a parasitic organism called the Mysterious Larva. Upon transforming, Kafka gains unmatched power, recording the highest fortitude level in history at 9.8. His abilities include extreme durability, regeneration, shape-shifting, and energy roar, which neutralizes enemy attacks. He can also disrupt regeneration in other kaiju and sense nearby threats. Kaiju number 8 symbolizes humanity's first true hybrid with kaiju power, bridging the gap between monster and man. The Mysterious Larva. The Mysterious Larva is a parasitic kaiju born from the hatred of fallen samurai who once fought the Daikaiju of the Meireiki Era in 1657. Though weak on its own, it can merge with hosts, rewriting their biology and creating hybrids like Kafka. If Kafka remains transformed for more than 30 minutes, he risks the larva permanently taking control. Despite this danger, it often protects Kafka instinctively, acting as both his curse and savior. The Daikaiju of the Meireiki Era. This ancient kaiju appeared in 1657, destroying most of Edo and causing the greatest massacre in kaiju slaying history. It was never defeated, only sealed underground, where it later merged with Kaiju number 9 centuries later. Its power level was deemed immeasurable, the only instance in which a kaiju's energy readings could not be quantified. The Meireiki Daikaiju is the ancestor of modern kaiju evolution and the origin of the parasitic larva that created Kafka's powers. Kaiju number 9, the ever-evolving antagonist. Kaiju number 9 is the main antagonist of Kaiju number 8. Initially weak, it absorbed the Daikaiju of the Meireiki Era, gaining intellect and limitless adaptability. It can consume other beings to acquire their memories and powers, effectively making it a self-evolving organism. It can also resurrect dead kaiju, shapeshift, and create subordinate monsters, including numbers 10 to 15. After absorbing Kaiju number 2, number 9 was recognized as the new king of kaiju. Cold, calculating, and strategic, it embodies the ultimate form of kaiju intelligence. Kaiju number 10, the warrior kaiju. Created by number 9, Kaiju number 10 lived for combat alone. It possessed immense strength, regeneration, and could control lesser kaiju using sonar-based commands. Despite being a product of number 9, it showed individuality and honor, craving only worthy fights. After being defeated by Soshiro Hoshina, number 10 requested to become his weapon, choosing battle over death. It was later converted into number's Weapon 10, symbolizing a kaiju's will to fight alongside humanity. Kaiju number 11, the aquatic kaiju. Kaiju number 11 was a fish-like kaiju capable of hydrokinesis, manipulating water into high-pressure attacks. It proved a difficult opponent for Gen Narumi, whose electrical combat style was weakened in wet environments. Despite its advantage, Narumi evolved his foresight and overcame it. Number 11's defeat helped the Defense Force advance countermeasures for aquatic and elemental kaiju in future battles. Kaiju number 12, the perfected prototype. Kaiju number 12 was designed as an upgraded version of number 10, emphasizing adaptability and precision. It wielded energy blades and could learn an opponent's movements mid-battle, adapting in real time. Created specifically to counter Soshiro Hoshina, it mirrored his swordsmanship but was ultimately outclassed by his strategy. Number 12's defeat proved that human adaptability could surpass artificial evolution. Kaiju number 13, the power-type evolution. Kaiju number 13 was a powerhouse with a fortitude level of 9.2, emphasizing raw strength over intelligence. It could unleash shockwaves and endure prolonged combat through reinforced cores. However, its lack of tactics led to its defeat by Kafka Hibino, proving that strength alone couldn't overcome skill and adaptability. Kaiju number 14, the Black Monolith Kaiju. Kaiju number 14 took the form of a floating black cube with light gray glowing faces. It possessed energy projection, teleportation, and force field generation, functioning like a mobile fortress rather than an animal. Though powerful, its immobility made it vulnerable, and it was destroyed by the Defense Force. However, its white counterpart, the White Monolith Kaiju, survived. The White Monolith Kaiju. The White Monolith Kaiju mirrors number 14's design, but appears as a white geometric structure with adaptive energy behavior. It can teleport, project beams, and manipulate gravity wells. Unlike its sibling, it remains alive, representing an advanced, self-sustaining energy organism capable of independent evolution beyond number 9's control. Kaiju number 15, the Psychic Manipulator. Kaiju number 15 was a feminine, psychic-type kaiju covered in exposed brains. It could invade minds, create illusions, and manipulate memories, turning battles into psychological torture. It fought Kikoru Shinomiya, forcing her to relive her trauma, but was ultimately destroyed after Kikoru overcame its mind control. Number 15's demise marked the end of number 9's numbered creations. Philinosoma and Trichonophila, the lizard and spider kaiju. Philinosoma are 60-meter-tall lizard-type Honju kaiju with fortitude levels around 3.5, accompanied by Trichonophila, smaller spider-like yoji that act as subordinates. This hierarchy demonstrates kaiju ecosystems built on cooperation and command. Together, they reveal that kaiju are not solitary monsters, but species capable of forming organized, interdependent armies. Primigenius, the blind mammalian kaiju. The primigenius species are eyeless bull-like kaiju that navigate using vibration detection. Standing about 6 meters tall with fortitude levels near 5.4, they're commonly used in Defense Force training for new recruits. Though not lethal on a large scale, They provide essential data on kaiju muscle density and reflex patterns, helping the Defense Force design better combat armor and weapon systems. Mixogastero and Phaneropolis, the fungal catastrophes. Mixogastero are 150-meter fungal giants with a fortitude level of 7.1 that release toxic spores, while their smaller counterparts, Phaneropolis, spread across battlefields and regenerate even after death. Their corpses can reproduce, and their cores are hidden in unpredictable places, requiring full-scale incineration to contain. They represent the kaiju's shift toward biological contagion and environmental domination. Preondactyl, the Wyvern Kaiju. The Preondactyl is a flying fire-type kaiju with a fortitude above 6.0. It can spit fire, fly at 8,000 meters, and even combine plasma energy to create aerial explosions. Kaiju number 10 once controlled a flock of them, turning them into an airborne army. These creatures prove that kaiju can evolve to dominate every element and environment. Third wave kaiju, the mass-produced Daikaiju. The third wave was a global crisis created by Kaiju number 9, an army of mass-produced Daikaiju with fortitude levels near 8.0. Lacking individuality, they served as living weapons deployed simultaneously across Japan. Their coordinated attack overwhelmed even elite soldiers, signaling a new era of kaiju warfare where extinction became an industrial process. Unnamed kaiju types, the lesser threats. The world of Kaiju number 8 is filled with minor yet dangerous species: acid-spitting ant types, burrowing mole types, acidic lizard types, adhesive crab types, and spore-spreading plant types. Each introduces unique ecological challenges, proving that kaiju exist as an entire evolving biosphere, not isolated anomalies.